In America, some roads don't just lead to destinations, they lead to nightmares. Fog-covered highways, vanished travelers, whispers in the trees. Tonight, we take you down 12 of the most cursed roads in the country. From haunted hitchhikers to roads where GPS breaks and shadows follow, these aren't just legends, they're warnings. And once you've heard them, you may never drive the same way again. Welcome to story number 1, Clinton Road, New Jersey, America's most cursed back road. Clinton Road cuts through the heart of New Jersey's woods, and it feels like a place the modern world forgot. A 10-mile stretch of broken pavement and shadowed trees, it's quiet. Too quiet. Even your GPS goes dark out here. They say once you enter Clinton Road, you're no longer alone. At night, fog rolls in thick. Trees lean in close, and headlights barely cut the darkness. That's when the whispers begin. Some people say they've seen strange lights, floating, dancing above the road, like fireflies that don't blink right, that hover too long. But what really chills the blood is the hitchhiker. Drivers report seeing someone on the roadside, a pale figure waving slowly. At first, it looks like a person, until you realize there's no face, no eyes, no nose, just smooth white skin. The car dies, the lights flicker, and when you turn back, he's gone. Then there's the black mist, a cloud so thick and dark it swallows cars whole. People say their engines stall when it hits, like something is draining the life from the machine. When the mist fades, the driver is alone. Passenger vanished, seatbelt still buckled, door never opened. Sometimes blue and red lights flash through the fog. Drivers pull over thinking it's the police, but there's no car, no officer, just the lights and a silence that makes your skin crawl. And then there are the footprints. Small, not quite human, always fresh, always leading off the road. UFOs, too. Orbs of light zigzag above the treetops, changing color and speed with no sound. Videos exist, but the footage is always grainy, like the camera knows not to catch the truth. Some say they're drones. Others say something else is watching. Deep in the woods off Clinton Road, people have found the remains of rituals, circles of candles, animal skulls, symbols scratched into the ground. A place where the forest grows darker, colder, and time feels off. They say it's where dark energy lingers, or where it's summoned. One woman said she felt breath on her neck while driving, looked in the mirror and saw a child sitting in her back seat, smiling. When she turned around, the seat was empty. Others report hearing laughter in the trees, whispers, cries for help, and sometimes something whispers back. Clinton Road doesn't just have stories, it has survivors. Paranormal investigators, YouTubers, thrill seekers, they come here looking for proof. But they never stay long. Some leave shaking, some refuse to talk about what they saw, and a few never make it out. This isn't a haunted house you visit once a year. It's a living, breathing corridor of fear. A road that watches, a road that waits. Clinton Road is more than cursed. It's alive, and it's hungry. Coming up next, story number 2, Shades of Death Road, New Jersey. A place where death isn't just a name. It's a warning. The road earned its macabre title centuries ago, named after the thick trees casting deep shadows that swallow daylight. But Shades of Death isn't just poetic. It reflects decades of tragic events, drownings, lynchings, mysterious deaths. At dusk, the road becomes an abyss where light fades and fear sets in. In the 1800s, travelers who paused at the creek were never seen again. Bodies were found downstream, half submerged. Later, the road became a silent backdrop for lynching, dark tales of violence beyond official records. These events stained the earth. Something in the ground remembers. Sightings are frequent. Pale figures drifting across the pavement, lanterns moving along the tree line, eyes glowing in the brush. Drivers speak of headlights flickering, then catching a glimpse of a white shape standing in the middle of the road, only to vanish seconds later. Drivers report car troubles on one particular curve. Engine stalls, brakes fail briefly. Several crashes occurred there under mysterious circumstances. People say the curve is cursed, steering you toward the woods, not the road. Walkers near the woods tell of whispers echoing in the trees, pleas, warnings, laughter. Words seem to form, "Don't turn back." The wind carries voices that aren't the wind, human, sorrowful, and relentless. Along Shades of Death Road, visitors leave crosses, flags, flowers at crash sites. The memorials are small shrines, candles, battered photos, rosaries, silent witnesses to tragedies, glowing dimly like lanterns in the mist. Locals refuse nighttime travel there. Parents use the phrase "shades of death" like a curse. Don't go there. Stories of grandparents warning kids never to play near the woods after dark. One farmer claims livestock fled the field when the fog rolled in. Paranormal teams bring EMF readers, night vision cameras, pitch moments of silence and tension. Cameras capture orbs, unexpected temperature drops. Most investigations end abruptly after a strange bang in the brush, as though something, someone, wants them gone. Shades of Death Road is more than a name. It's a living warning. Its tragedies, whispers, and hauntings form a dark tapestry woven into the trees and mist. And soon, our journey continues to Story 3, Boy Scout Lane, Wisconsin, where innocence vanished. Boy Scout Lane is a short, unpaved stretch of road in rural Wisconsin. Quiet by day, but at night it becomes a stage for chilling tales. The legend? Many years ago, a group of Boy Scouts vanished here. Some say ambushed, others whisper something darker. Ever since, the road holds its breath and waits. Local lore tells of a troop of Boy Scouts on a hiking trip here. No one ever returned. Some say it was a tragic accident, lost in the woods. Others claim something sinister. Night came too quickly, and something took them. The forest swallowed their laughter and never let it out. Visitors swear they hear footsteps when no one is there. Branches creak like snapping bones. At times, distant giggling, childlike but wrong. Radios go static when you try to broadcast. Phones die. Temperature drops. A presence hangs in the air, watching. Late-night travelers tell of a tall, thin figure just outside the beam of headlights. Never fully seen, always gone when you approach. Sometimes it's a pair of glowing eyes in the woods. The figure seems to glide, never walk. A scout uniform? A ghost? No one knows. Some return to find messages scratched into the soft dirt. Get out. Don't come back. Sometimes even help us. No footprints lead to the writing, only your own. The road seems to claim its boundaries and warns you when you're too close. Some say their car stalled in the lane, engine dies, lights dim. Then when they restart minutes later, the road stretches differently. The trees move, and all signs of civilization vanish. Like being dropped into the woods. One couple spent 2 hours driving, found themselves back at the same gate. Nearby farmers tell newcomers, steer clear after dark. Even the abandoned houses near the lane are locked tight. School kids dare each other to touch a sign and run. The road lurks in local whispers. No one visits unless they want to be changed. Paranormal teams arrive, cameras rolling, EMF spikes. Night vision shows blurry forms drifting off-road. One investigator swears the figure spoke, "Go away." They left, shaken. The footage sends chills through anyone who watches. Boy Scout Lane shows that even innocence can vanish without a trace. It's a place of missing friends, fearful whispers, and roads that refuse to let visitors leave unchanged. Up next, Story 4, Old Route 666, Devil's Highway. Old Route 666 snakes through desolate landscapes, ghost towns, barren mesas, and canyon shadows. Renamed long ago, locals still whisper its old name. The Devil's Highway isn't just folklore. It's a spine of fear carved through the desert. Travelers report chilling premonitions just by crossing its number. Countless cars broke down without explanation. Electrical systems fry, batteries die, radios spark. In remote stretches, cell phones lose signal. Alone, stranded, scared. Some walked off to find help, but never returned. Search teams found empty roads and open trunks, no sign of people. Some drove at night and swear there were shadows moving beside the road. Too tall, too still. A phantom hitchhiker sometimes appears, a hooded figure that steps off the road as you near, never totally seen. The desert wind is quiet, but the feeling, it watches. Drivers tune their radios and sometimes hear strange static bursts, music from decades ago, whispers or cries. The station ID? Unknown. The transmissions end abruptly. Some believe it's a ghost station, a frequency tied to the lost souls on this remote highway. Mile markers on this highway trigger fear. Mile 93, the site of mass disappearance. Mile 47, reported sightings of burning crosses. Some pass them on purpose, but return changed, overwhelmed, anxious, haunted by memory. Locals avoid mentioning these mileposts. Atop the mesas, people have seen lights, unmapped, weaving in and out of canyons. Some claim close encounters, red beams penetrating windows, unearthly hums. Has anyone seen the 666 lights? Stories tell of lights hovering above the highway, dizzying yet silent. Near the highway, people have found satanic symbols carved in stones, pentagrams burned on ground, effigies hanging from cacti. This land has seen cult-like gatherings. Lightning strikes here seem to crack rocks in cross shapes. The desert feels contested. Survivors speak only in hushed tones. A trucker who barely escaped a breakdown swears he heard footsteps racing toward him. Then nothing. A family pulled off after a light show, but returned to find their infant's crib empty for minutes. They left goods behind, never looked back. Old Route 666 isn't just a number or a road. It's a corridor of dread, where machinery fails, lights bleed, and unseen watchers lurk. If you ever drive its length, do so with caution. Our next story? Story number 5. Stagecoach Road, Texas. The hauntings shift from desert to bayou. Stagecoach Road earned its name from the old mail routes, horse-drawn carriages rumbling through wild Texas in the 1800s. One carriage vanished one night, driver, passengers, and mail never found. The abandoned wheel still marks the spot. Locals speak of lost travelers, lost time, and lost souls. Travelers report hearing hooves at night, soft, measured steps on gravel. Then the creak of wooden wheels. A phantom stagecoach appears in the distance, glowing lanterns, no sound from horses, no visible harness. It rolls past and disappears in the dark, leaving you trembling in its wake. One traveler saw a white horse galloping alone, no carriage, no rider. Moonlight caught its eyes, empty, hollow. It galloped past, stopping at the edge of the road before vanishing. They say it's the lead horse of the lost carriage, guided by grief or guilt, until someone else joins its ride. At times, a lantern's glow drifts down the road, like someone walking behind you, keeping pace. The glow never gets closer, always distant, always watching. When brave souls stop and turn, the lantern vanishes. Yet footprints, faded lantern-shaped markings, remain. Even on a warm Texas night, there are sudden chills, freezing spots that linger for meters. And the wind carries whispers, discussions, laughter, crying. Sometimes it's children's voices, sometimes old friends from another century. Whispered greetings, then silence. Along the roadside, trees hold carved symbols, horse heads, stagecoach wheels, strange glyphs. Some look modern, some weathered decades old. Experts say these are markers of hauntings or warnings. Locals avoid touching them. They hint the road remembers and records. Local ranchers mark certain nights as no-go, usually Fridays the 13th, solstice, or any night the cattle are restless. If you must drive, avoid midnight to 2 a.m. They say the road awakens then. Entities stir, lanterns glow, chants echo. The night owns Stagecoach Road. A ghost hunter recorded EVP. Don't run from me. He played it back, face white, tears in eyes. Cameras captured lanterns turning corners out of frame, horse whinnies with no source. Most footage is grainy but authentic, enough to leave you wondering, what did you nearly meet? Stagecoach Road isn't just a path, it's a story of disappearance, whispers, and echoing lanterns. You've seen only the surface, but those who truly heed the warnings never come out unchanged. Now entering story number 6, Goatman's Bridge, Texas, where folklore and fear cross paths. Goatman's Bridge spans a secluded creek in Denton, Texas. Built nearly a century ago, its serene appearance hides a darker reputation. Locals say the Goatman, a half-man, half-goat figure, roams here. Cross that bridge after dusk, and you may not walk across or back. Travelers claim to hear goat-like bleats echoing under the bridge. Then shapeshifts, half-human silhouette, hooves on concrete. One man parked, recording. A low growl, goat cries, then an indistinct humanoid figure stepping off the structure and disappearing into the trees. Legends tell of cars parked on the bridge scratched beyond repair. Deep gouges in hoods, shattered glass, and reports of clawed handprints on windshields. When police investigated, they found no animal tracks, only mysterious hoof marks fading into trees. Ghost hunters report sudden chills crossing the bridge, temperatures dropping 20 degrees Fahrenheit in seconds. EMF meters spike with no electronic source. The hair on neck stands up. Some say the Goatman's presence triggers an electric field between worlds. Names are found etched into wood. Stay away, she's coming, scrawled by trembling hands. Visitors describe hearing whispers calling their names. Sometimes a Goatman growl reverberates as if in your own skull. The bridge becomes a trap of sound and fear. Some say they saw the Goatman jump into a creek and vanish. Others noticed eyes reflecting in headlights. Then nothing. A couple drove off the bridge as a figure chased them. Their door clangs, hooves splashing, but when they turned, no beast was there. Parents warn kids, don't cross the bridge after dark. Hunters say their dogs flee before dusk. Some nights, trespassers' radios and phones die. Lights dim, no signal. Locals swear the bridge holds the Goatman's dominion, one you can't bargain with. Investigators advise, never cross alone. Bring bright flashlights. Goatman retreats from light. Never call it, use sir or ma'am. Walk, don't run, don't laugh. Make your presence known, but respect its domain. Only then might you live to tell the tale. Goatman's Bridge is more than myth. It's a place where respect and fear collide, where folklore holds power, and where you're never truly alone. And that was only half the road. 6 stories told, 6 more still waiting in the dark. See you in part 2.